Summer is around the corner, and if you're sitting out there with no plan, then I need you to listen to me, because I spent my last summer in one of the most beautiful places in the Balkans, Montenegro to be precise, and it only cost me £25 to get there. Today I'm going to be sharing you every single thing you need to know about Montenegro, how to save money, the best ways to get there, the best places to stay, the best activities to do. I did everything and I want to share that details with you.
I never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. I wanna play tough, I wanna hate this. I'll always show up.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are you guys doing? You guys are welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time ever coming across this face, my name is Temi Akinbo. I'm a lifestyle travel content creator on YouTube and TikTok. I have these big dreams of helping people to see the world, because this world is beautiful and we all deserve to see it. So today, I know that summer is around the corner and so many people do not have plans. You're thinking, where can I go? What's the best things to do in different cities? One place I'm here to talk about to you today is Montenegro. I went to Montenegro in September 2025. It was part of like my Balkans trip, so I did Albania and I did Montenegro. But today I'm only going to be talking about Montenegro. I'm going to be giving you every single detail that you need to plan your trip to Montenegro. So let's get right into this. If you live in the UK, you reside in Canada, you reside in America, and I think if you also have the Schengen visa, right, you have free access to enter Montenegro. So basically what that means is that you do not need a visa. Your residence permit or whatever it is, the visa that you have covers you there. So I flew in from the UK to Albania, and when I got to the Albania border control, what they basically asked me for was, what is my share code? Also from Albania, I took a bus to Montenegro. This was just because I was trying to save money. The idea for me for this trip was to see if I can spend £600 in 5 days, and let me just tell you that I failed woefully on that plan because Montenegro is expensive. I think that's one thing that people do not talk about. It's actually really expensive. So I just had to take a bus for me to save money, because if I was going to fly to Tiva, that's going to be costing me another £120, £180 that I didn't have to spend. So anything to save money, you will find me there. So from Albania, I took a bus called Old Town Travel. So there's this bus station. I can't remember the exact place, but I will put it here if I do remember. You go there, you tell them that you're traveling to Montenegro. Basically, they travel to every part of Europe. Like if you want to go to Paris, you want to go to Italy, anywhere you want to go to Europe, that bus station can literally take you everywhere, right? It cost me £25 to go and also £25 to come back. However, because I did have a luggage, they did ask me to pay £3 to put my stuffs into the boot of the car. So my transport, right, it cost me around £28. And when I got to the border control, all they always asked me for, because there were like 3 checkpoints, and every single thing they asked me for was, what is my share code? So they never asked me for a visa and anything. So yeah, Montenegro is visa free if you live in the UK, you have residence permits, and also if you also have the Schengen visa. Montenegro is known for like the famous 3 places. So it's either Porto, Budva, or Kotor. Start with Porto, right? If you like beach life, you know, you want to see the yacht, you want to see all these designer stores, you want to see all the flashy things of life, that's the place for you to stay. There's not so much to do there, and it's actually really expensive. It's called Monaco for a reason, because that's how expensive the place is. But when I went there, I think that it's a place that you can just do a day trip to. I don't think you necessarily need to stay there, right? But if that's your vibe, right, you just want to relax, it's like there, there's yacht, there's like designer shops, every single thing you want to find is there. But I do not think that's a place to put as your resting point. The other place is Kotor. That's where I stayed personally. Kotor has the Kotor Hotel, and there are also different parts of Kotor. I stayed at Bonita Residence, and guys, this Airbnb was so beautiful. When I'm talking about beauty, that place was so beautiful. It cost me about £298 to stay there for 3 nights, but it was totally worth it. It was like a 1-bedroom with like kitchen, TV. It was so safe because I went solo, right, and I didn't have any cause of concern. For you to enter the door is like a key card to enter the door. It was really perfect, right? So yeah, if you want to stay in Kotor, Kotor is quiet. There's not like the buzz and everything, right? I mean, the part that I stay, which is this part, right, it is very quiet and it's also safe. You can walk, right? You can walk anywhere. Also, Kotor Old Town, that is like bustling. The Old Town is actually really beautiful. There's so many stores. One thing that I do love about Kotor is that every morning that you wake up, like everywhere that you turn to is like a work of art, right? Like there's like the walls with like water. It's actually so beautiful. Now the last place is Budva. See, Budva was something that I found out on my last day. Like literally, I did a day trip from Kotor to Budva, and let me just say that I wish that I stayed in Budva. Budva. If you know me and if you've been following me on this channel, then you know that I really do like city life. Like, I'm a city girl. I'm from Lagos, you know. Lagos, Nigeria has just influenced me in such a way that I like when places are noisy and it's bustling. That's my type of vibe. I don't like when it's quiet, right? I want to go to a place and I'm seeing people moving. I'm seeing like this party here, there's so many activities to do. That's Budva for you. If I'm going to go back to Montenegro, that's exactly where I'm going to stay. It is beautiful. There's so many activities. There is water, the clubs are there. The nightlife there is actually really buzzing. So if that's your vibe, then you should stay there. Also, something to note is that both of them are like intertwined. It's actually not far. You can literally take a bus to get there, a cab to get there, do day trips across both of them. So it's your choice and you can decide which one you want to stay. See, if there's one thing that I learned the hard way in Montenegro is that transport is very expensive. When I say it's expensive, it's expensive. Like the minimum cap that you find is like 19 pounds, 20 pounds. And because I did solo rides, I basically would have to pay the full price. But one hack that I found that's going to be useful to you is using the public transport, right? If you're bougie, then this advice is not for you. But if you want to experience a place, I think that taking the bus is not bad, right? You get to save money, right? There's like a central bus station in every part of Montenegro. In Kotor there is, in Budva there is, as well there is, so you can literally take the bus. So that's what I did. I probably took like transport, like Ubers, maybe 2 or 3 times. Every single time that I took taxis, right, it was so expensive. Also, something that you should notice that they do not have like the regular Ubers or boats in Montenegro. They have this thing, it's called the red taxi, right? That's what it's called, and you have to message them on WhatsApp. I found a number and I found a company that is really cheap as well. Like, they were not as expensive as the rest. I'll put their number in the description box if you need their number, or you can just message me and I'll send you that number, right? Also, negotiate. Open your mouth and negotiate. If you are not okay with the price, ask, can you reduce the price? Most times, the other problem is that most of them do not speak English, but if you can use that Google Translate to communicate with them, some of them are nice and they will actually reduce the price. But I would advise you to use the bus. There's literally nowhere you want to go in Montenegro that you cannot take the bus. The bus is about, I think, 3 pounds, 2 pounds. It's not so expensive and it's like 1 hour. So like from Kotor to Budva was like 40 minutes or even 30 minutes thereabouts. They have like a bus timetable. I'll put the website where you can find all the bus timetables every time that the bus is going, so you can monitor it, and it's also safe. The bus is large. It's really money wise saving, right? So if that's your vibe, then you can use the bus. But if that's not your vibe, and if you're going with your friends, you guys can split the money amongst yourself and just take Ubers. So in Montenegro, they do not have like their own currency. What they spend is actually euros, right? One thing I want to advise you, use Monzo, use Revolut, avoid HSBC or any of these regular banks, because the rates they will take from you is going to be a lot. But Monzo and Revolut, they do not really charge, right? Whatever you decide to get out is actually what you want to get out. When you see this yellow ATM, I don't have a picture of it, avoid it, because the rates, the conversion rate that it would charge you is actually a lot. So you need to run away from those people. But I found a cheap ATM. It's called Euronet, right? I didn't find any ATM that does not have any charges, right? But Euronet was cheaper than the rest that I found. I found it towards the end of my trip and I just wish that I had found it from the beginning. So if you see it, it's called Euronet. Just use their ATMs and it's really good. Another thing I would like to also mention is that they actually do take cards. You can go to stores and pay with your Apple Pay. They take cards. The only people that will collect cash are like the cab drivers, the bus, they will collect cash. I mean, even for the bus station, they actually did take card. But if you do have card, it's much more easier. But if you're going to like a restaurant, they always have card machines. If you're going to the supermarket, they have card machines. In the old towns, there's like cash machines. So yeah, they are not archaic the way you want to think they're archaic, right? They are actually modernized. The first thing I want you to do, the one that I enjoyed, right, was walking around the Kotor Old Town. Kotor Old Town is so beautiful. There's so many foods to try out there. There's so many viewpoints to take pictures. There's so many spots for you to just try food there. Like I had pasta that day, I had wine, I had so much in Montenegro and I enjoyed every single meal that I had. Another activity that I want you guys to try is taking the boat tour, right? Taking the boat tour to Our Lady of Perast, the Blue Cave. The Blue Cave, when they say the water is so blue, like Beyonce said, the water is actually really blue. It's like this small cave. Like when you're walking in, you'll be asking yourself, how can I get here? How would I get there? Will I perish? Will I perish? But don't worry, my love, you will not perish, right? It's part of the experience. There's also so many history where they tell you about the story and whatnot. One tip that I have for you guys is that, get your guide is good. I mean, I swear by get your guide, but a way to save money is that if you want to take the boat tour, when you get to Kotor, walk around and find a good deal. That's what I did, and that's what I always do when I go. Always trying to find the best deals, right? At your guide, I think that the boat tour was around like 50 pounds thereabout, but when I walked around, I was able to argue prices and I got it for 35 pounds, which means that I saved 15 pounds, right? So if you stay in Kotor or you stay in Budva, right, there's so many boat stations there. Like, you just need to walk to one of them and say you want to take a tour. What is that price? They tell you that price, you argue that price. Most times they will always accept your price because they're always looking for people to fill up that spot, right? The company that I use, I'll put their number there. They collected 35 pounds for me, and the instructor explained everything to us in English, right, the best way that it can as well, and it was good. Another experience that you need to do is the Kotor cable car. I loved that, right? I love scenery, right? I like greens. I like, guys, the world is beautiful, and I think that every single one of us deserves to see it, right? So Kotor cable car, you go from up there, and also they have this ride, right, that is very scary. I did it, but I would never advise you to do it, right? So it's like this alpine coast. That's what it's called. I was trying to remember the name. It's called the alpine coast, right? You will roll and roll. I promise you that it's scary, but people do it. Would I be doing it again? Never, never, ever, 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 ever will I do it in my life. It was a beautiful view as well. Also, Budva Old Town is beautiful as well. I went there on the last day and I did enjoy it, right? It's also like Kotor Old Town. There's like different shops where you can get souvenirs, you can get food. I had Chinese at Budva Old Town and I enjoyed that Chinese. It was so good. So go to 70 Stefan. I'm not pronouncing it well, right? I wanted to go there. I didn't experience it, but from the videos that I saw, it's really, really beautiful. One tip that I want to give you guys for Kotor cable car is that, right, so if you want to take a cab, it will cost you 25 pounds. That's what they will tell you, right? They will take you from wherever you have for 25 pounds. So 25 pounds to go and 25 pounds to come, that's about 50 pounds. But I found an hack for you to save money for this. What you are going to do if you want to save money is go to kotorcablecar.com. They have this service called the shuffle service as well as your ticket service. So what that means is that they will come and pick you up, or you will go to the bus station and it also covers your ticket, and it only costs 27 euros, right? 27 euros. And if you convert that to pounds, it's about 20 pounds or like 22 pounds, which basically means that we're saving about 15 pounds, because if you pay 25 pounds for the car, you also have to pay another ticket money, and that runs into about like 50 pounds. And my girlies, that's not what we're trying to do. We are trying to save our money. Anyway, to save our money, that we need to save the money. So that's the hack that I found to do that, right? I'm going to be doing like a cost breakdown. I'm going to be looking at my iPad so I do not forget the price. So for my transport, right, the first thing that I spent for transport was 25 pounds for the to go and 25 pounds back. That is 50 pounds. I also paid 3 pounds for luggage and 3 pounds. That's like 6 pounds for luggage. That's 56 pounds altogether. For my activities, I spent a total of 250 pounds on activities. That's for the boat tour. That's for Kotor Cable Town. That's for walking around. I mean, I'm also including the food as well and all the small things that I spent there as well. Guys, the budget for this trip was 600 pounds, but the amount of money that I spent is very scary. When I was doing the breakdown of this, I'm like, what? I actually did spend a lot of money. And for transport, I spent a total of 70 pounds for transport, and that's because I took the bus and I did like a mixture of buses and Ubers. My Airbnb, which I found on bookies.com, cost me 298 pounds for 3 nights. That brings my total for the 3 nights that I spent in Montenegro to 754 Great British pounds. And this was just for 3 nights. I literally just spent 3 nights. I mean, Albania was another cost, but yeah, it cost me 754 pounds for the 3 nights. Experience in Montenegro was beautiful. It was such a beautiful place. The only thing I would say is that when I did go, right, I didn't see a lot of black people there. There were not a lot of black people there, so that might be just one thing that I would say that was weird for me, because people were staring at me a lot, right? And that time my hair was bald, so, and I would wear armlets, my back would be out, I'll just be going up and down, and I'm very sure people were just thinking that, who is this girl? Like, who is giving you audacity to just walk around like this, looking fly like this? But I didn't care. But it was actually really a beautiful place. The people are nice, the food is nice, the experiences are nice. Only thing is that it is really, really expensive. Is it also safe for solo traveling? Yes, it is. I did solo travel there, and I don't think that there was any bad experience. I mean, aside from the staring, which at this point I'm used to. Every time I go to a place, people are always staring. Like, it is safe, the transport is safe, you can walk around in the night. I mean, I did a lot of that. Like, I will come back like around 8 o'clock to walk from the bus station because I wanted to save money to my house, which was about like 30 minutes minutes, and I didn't experience anything bad as well. So yeah guys, if you're looking for a place to go to this summer, it's that place you need to add on your bucket list before it gets expensive. It's still a hidden gem, so people do not really know about it, but before it gets busted out, you need to experience that. And guys, if you are looking to go to Montenegro and you do not want to go by yourself and you want to go with a group of people, my company EscapeQ is a group travel for women. So we do like travel planning, group trip, travel advice. That's what my company EscapeQ does, and we are planning a trip to Albania and Montenegro. It's called the Balkan Girls Trip. We're going on the 17th of September to the 24th of September. 8 days, 7 nights in this beautiful city, and it's only 10 women. 3 slots already sold out right now, so it means that we only have 7 left. If you want to be part of that, all the details that you need is going to be in the description box below. So if you want to join us, you want to meet friends, you just want to have fun, and you don't want to do Montenegro alone, I have walked the grounds. I'm also going to be coordinating this trip, and you also get to meet beautiful people, travel friends, you know, memories for a lifetime. I think that you should take the opportunity if you want to travel, especially if you want to go to Montenegro. Yeah guys, that is everything for today. I hope I've been able to answer the questions that you guys have been asking. A lot of people have been asking me about the Montenegro and my itinerary and whatnot. I'll put the links to everything that I've spoken about in the description box, so if you have more questions, you can always DM me on TikTok or DM me on Instagram. And on that note guys, please do not forget to like, share, subscribe. You know the drill. Thank you guys so much for the love on this video, and on that note, I will see you guys in my next video.